God and sex are connected. As author Dr. Julie Slattery says, every sexual question begins and ends with questions about God. Jasmine struggled with that connection. She had been taught both at home and at church that sex was for marriage only, but that didn't seem to affect her behavior very much. She started having sex at 15, had her first child at 19. By 26, had slept with more men and women than she could remember, and was filing papers for her second divorce. Something wasn't working. She couldn't forget what she'd been taught about what God says about sex, but she couldn't connect that with where her heart was struggling today. She told me, "I think I need to rewire my brain when it comes to sex. The part of me that wants sex and the part of my brain that thinks about God aren't connected. I'm confused." Victor was mad at God. When marrying Liza, he'd committed to being sexually faithful to her, and he had kept that vow. No cheating, no porn. But for several years now, sex had been rare, difficult, and emotionless. He couldn't imagine living like this for the rest of his life. How long could he hold out? It seemed God was going back on his promise of a good sex life if he remained faithful to his wife. He was considering giving up and looking for sex elsewhere. Both Mariana and Stefan had been married before and had been deeply wounded in the ways their marriages had ended. Mariana had always been a strong Christian, while Stefan had recently returned to church after some years of living anything but a Christian lifestyle. They were talking about marriage, but their complicated relationship histories predicted big challenges if they moved forward.